I thought, you know, we overcame a lot expectation-wise. I thought we did a lot more than people gave us credit for. I gave players credit for what they did here in the off-season, what we did back in training camp, all the adversity we overcame, everything we had to fight through. I thought they came together as a football team, as a family, faster than any group I've ever been around. It was fun to coach them. It was enjoyable. We really don't have any bad, quote, bad guys on this football team. We have some characters. We don't have any bad guys, and it was, they bought into the system. They worked hard. They didn't complain about things, and they were all in it for one thing, and that was to win a championship. Obviously, we fell short.
I think the exciting thing about it is we haven't come close to peaking yet, and that's the way you need to look at it. One good thing we did this year was we beat the teams who we were supposed to beat, but we still got to get over that hump of beating some teams that we're not supposed to beat. So I think that's our goal next year. Obviously, the schedule is going to allow us a few chances to do that.
I can't really say there was a turning point in the season. I knew when the players had a team meeting after we started off 1-2 that they were honestly sincere about winning, and they were concerned about winning, and because that doesn't happen that early in the season. And I thought that what they said was good, and but I honestly thought that there was a sincere outlook on this football team. That was, we got some pretty good players in this room. We need to go out and play and win some games.
Well, I think that's definitely our primary goal, and that was it way back when we first started. We need to get faster. I think you could see from the other day that that's what speed does for you, you know, and hopefully we can find a few guys like that. They're hard to find, I'll tell you that, and picking 23rd or 24th, you don't necessarily find those guys either, but it's got to be a goal of ours that we have to have more guys that can run, because I think that'll also help us on special teams more too. You know, from a depth standpoint, we were able to add some of those guys this year, but we're still not where we need to be with regard to depth and total team speed. I think you almost have to expect to have injuries, so you better have some depth on your team. And I think this was a lesson in just the fact that you need 2 quarterbacks, you need 2 running backs, you need 2 or 3 tight ends, you need 4 or 5 receivers. And hopefully it doesn't always fall like it did for us this year and that we lost people, but you better have a plan for those type things. The good teams don't get bogged down with injuries. Now, we had an abundance of injuries, and we still kind of fought our way through it, but the good teams don't have this many, so hopefully next year it'll be a little easier on us injury-wise.
Well, I really haven't thought about it. I think a lot's going to be determined how Jeff comes back from his injury. Obviously, it's a nice situation to be in when you do have 3 good quarterbacks. You know, we feel good about Jake also. So I think it's going to be determined how Jeff comes back, and I think we'll go into training camp. I mean, obviously it's going to be wide open, and we'll figure out who the best is for this football team. Well, the coaching staff's under contract. They can't go anywhere unless they move up to be a head coach or somebody offered them a job as a coordinator. You really don't have to let them go because of the new rules, even for that. But obviously we would, I mean, if the window of opportunity came across from one of our coaches, obviously I would let them, you know, seek that. Obviously you never want to hold anybody back from bettering themselves, but I think that's part of the game. If you're successful in this business and you win games, people want a piece of it. So they come looking for guys that have been successful. So if someday down the road Mike McCarthy and Ron Zook become a head coach, I think that'd be great. I mean, that says what you're doing something right in your organization. And hopefully it doesn't happen, because I mean I don't want it to happen this quick to lose coaches, but I think it's a great honor if it does happen.
Radio, but with the Buffalo job open now, obviously with Jim's connections there, people talk that maybe he might be a fit for that job. They make a run at him. Is there any chance that could happen?
Jim has a contract here, so.
What would have to happen? I mean, Parcells, I guess, is one of the only guys that got out of that deal. But
Well, now if we're talking first-round picks and stuff. Everybody's got a price now, wait a second.
Personnel guys.
Now we're talking.
That's a good question.
Coach of the year now, come on. Now we're talking. Well, I think we'd like to go back there. To be honest with you, I haven't given it much thought, and we'll probably have to sit down with those people in the next week or two and try to iron something out. We don't have anything solid yet, but our intent would be to go back there.
And last year, we didn't get decided till like,
Yeah.
March. You want to get done before then?
We'll definitely be done with something well before then, because we need to find a home and start making plans.